Hello, welcome to GCP class 4. In this class, we are going to explore compute engine and connecting Linux machine with PuTTY terminal. To see practical, let us log into GCP console. I already log into my console and go to compute engine section. And select create instance. We are going to create instance using the service compute engine. Click on create instance. You can name this instance as you required. I'm naming this Linux machine as Linux machine And if you want to give, you can give the labels. Here region, select a region whichever you want to require. Google GCP services available in different regions throughout the globe. So these are the available regions. You can select any region you required based on your demand. And then, so every region consists of zones. So these are the zones. So you can select the zone whichever you required. By default, at least there exist for every region, there exist 3 regions. Here we have 4. And next, machine family. Machine family is nothing but if you are using high-end games like that, you need compute engine, compute optimized computer. High-end graphic card processor is required to play high-end games. If your requirement is storage related, you need a storage optimized computer. If you are going with the fast pace and memory based, then you require memory optimized computer. So here I'm choosing general purpose computer, and then it can have some series E2, N2, N2D, N1 like that. I'm going with the E2. And then here it is machine type is very important. Here we are going to select how many processors you want for your computer and memory required, RAM, that is a RAM. So by default, I'm going with the 2 virtual CPUs and 4 GB RAM. And then here it is a part of selecting operating system to our computer. If you want to change, so by default it is coming with the Debian Linux. If you want to change, you can change it. So if you want Ubuntu operating system, you can go with Ubuntu. If you want Windows Server, you can go with Ubuntu or CentOS like that. I am going with the default Debian. If you have custom images, you can select custom images also. And if there is any snapshots available, you can attach snapshots also. Here existing disk also you can attach. So here the boot disk, this is a hard disk like that, boot disk. We have 4 types of disk available in GCP: balanced persistent disk, extreme persistent disk, SSD, standard persistent disk. So whatever you required, go with that such kind of disk. Select. Access scopes you can give allow default access scopes. I'm selecting allow default access scopes. And service account, if you have service account, you can select, or else it comes with the default computer engine default service account. To communicate with external world, I'm going to allow HTTP traffic, or if you have certificates, you can go with allow HTTPS traffic also. And then it is also an important part: management, security, disk, networking, Seoul, Tennessee. Here if you for example by default or unknowingly if you deleted your computer or virtual machine, that will impact your business. So it is better to check this box in real time while creating virtual machines. Enable deletion protection. So if you unknowingly, if you delete also, it is not going to delete that machine by selecting this checkbox. Next, here we can provide some automation scripts, or else we can call it as a startup scripts. I will provide here startup scripts as I'm lazy to type after installing a virtual machine. I'm providing here itself. I want to install a web server, so I will install a web server. So I will paste some bootstrap scripts here. So I would like to install Apache 2, and I will also update my apt repository as it is a Linux machine. So I'm providing this startup scripts. And if you add, if you want to add, you can add a metadata also. Preemptibility means if you select this one preemptibility, you will get high offers up to 60 to 70% discount through from GCP service. And next to security. So our GCP comes with VTPM and integrity monitoring. You can go with that. And here to access your Linux machine through PuTTY terminal, here you need to provide your SSH key. So to generate SSH key, we need software, small software called PuTTyGen. I already installed mine in my machine. You can download from Google PuTTyGen for Windows. This PuTTyGen or PuTTyGen. So we need this software to generate SSH keys. I want to provide SSH key here. So I'm going to generate now. Once PuTTyGen is PuTTY key generator is opened, you just click here generate, and just to hover your mouse here like this. It is going to generate some SSH key. Now here you can change your username. Whatever username you want to give, you want to provide here. So I'm going to select this SSH key, and I will provide this SSH key in the SSH key box. So I'm providing here, and after providing, you need to another thing you need to do is you need to save this private key. So I'm going to save this one. So I'm saving in desktop PuTTY private key of Google Cloud GCP. I'm saving on desktop. Save. Once it is saved, now you can work out with other options. Disk. If you want to add extra hard disk, here you can add extra disk. Here by default it comes delete boot disk when instance is deleted. Whenever if your computer is deleted, instance is nothing but here computer. Whenever if you delete your instance, this disk also is going to be deleted. Otherwise, so that you are safe side from billing. So it has some encryption keys. It is following Google managed keys like that. And if you want to add extra hard disk here, you can add here, add new disk, attach, or else attach your existing disks. Next option is networking. Networking part is very important, whether you are going with the default network or your own created VPC network. We have seen how to create VPCs in previous classes. Go through those videos. So by default, I'm selecting default network only. I'm not going to select any network. And that's it. And then create. So once instance is created, we can access this instance through our PuTTY terminal. So instance is creating. So in previous classes, we have accessed this Linux machine directly from browser SSH by doing SSH. So machine is fully up and running. So in previous classes, we saw that accessing from browser, open in browser window like this. As we provided startup scripts to install Apache server, we need to get Apache server also in browser. So it is connecting in browser as a SSH. But in real time, it is not good to access your machines through browser. So companies maintain their own terminals to access remote servers. So PuTTY is such a terminal to access remote servers. So we successfully connected through browser. Let me take public IP address so that Apache server is prompting or not. So see, Apache server, Apache Debian default pages came. Why means we have provided at the startup scripts. Now let us see how to access this machine through PuTTY terminal. Open PuTTY terminal. We have already saved our PuTTY private key, and I need to provide here public IP address. So I'm providing public IP address. Now go to SSH section and click AUTH and browse. Here we need to provide our private key, PuTTY private key GCP. This one we have downloaded just now. Open and then click open. It will prompt for login name, login user. We need to provide admin. We have given name admin, right? So I'm giving admin here. Admin. That's it. It is connected to our remote server like that. So this is a simple class how to connect your GCP Linux machine through PuTTY terminal. You can use any other terminal. The procedure is same. And also we have explored some of the options of Compute Engine. That's it for today. We meet with another topic. Signing off.